Welcome everyone to Drafting Out Loud. Today we're going to be doing an underdog draft. Wanted to jump in one because DJ Moore just got traded and we know his ADP is going to be rising. Figured why not try to get him before it rises too much. I do think DJ Moore is a nice pick for the Bills. He is someone that has proven that he can catch the ball downfield in Carolina. He's proven he's a player that can catch the ball short for screens and things like that with the Bears. So he can fit anywhere he needs to with Buffalo. Buffalo could use a deep threat, and it sounds like Shakir might be hurt right now and a little up in the air. So maybe they could also use a short threat as well. And I think DJ Moore has also proven that he can make it happen if he's motivated. And ideally, he's motivated when he's in Buffalo. So I do think DJ Moore's a nice pick. Do want to grab him while I can right now. Also gives you a reason to take Josh Allen. Uh, first one here. So if you don't know what we're going to be looking at, also is we're going to be looking at the top risers and the best players value wise on the platform compared to DraftKings. I got them queued up in my ranks. I also have them queued up here on a little sheet that we can look at while we're waiting for the draft to get started. These are the ADP risers right now on Underdog. It makes sense who a lot of these players are. David Montgomery was traded, so you kind of expect him to be rising up the boards as the starter for the Texans. Mike Washington Jr. had um, a fantastic combine, so he's rising up the boards. In fact, he was in the 170s 2 days ago, the 160s yesterday. Now he's in the 150s. There's probably still some value there, but not really digging that value that much. I think we're still waiting for one more here on our draft. We got Jahmyr Gibbs, who, because he's now the standalone starter in Detroit, is rising up. He must be getting drafted number one in a lot of drafts. Jeremiah Love had a good combine as far as just like proving he's the number one. So he might be making his way to the 1-2 turn, um, kind of like last year with the number one running back. Eli Stowers, he's fast. We already knew that, so don't know why he's rising up that much. His value is what it is. And Kenyon Sadiq, he's also fast, so he's rising up. I like Stowers at 1.9 more than Sadiq at 128, I think. Um, Sadiq just didn't produce a lot in college or as much as expected from what I've read and listened to other people. We are number two in the draft here. So um, we are going to, a lot of people are saying that Gibbs should be ahead of Bijan Robinson now. So it might actually happen where he ends up number one. I think it's debatable either way. I understand it. Detroit probably has the better offense overall, and so you're betting on the running back. Similar running backs as far as both are catching the ball, both are running the ball, but one has a little more stability in their offense, and so he's kind of rising up the boards to number one as opposed to number two. Our goal is to get as many of our ranked players as we can. That makes sense. We're not just going to blindly take them, but we're going to get as many as we can, and we're going to go for Jahmyr Gibbs if we can get him on our team here. Draft starts in 2 seconds. If we can't, I mean, Bijan Robinson is great as well. We'll take him. And oh, they did take Bijan Robinson, so we are getting Jahmyr Gibbs with our first pick. There we go. Christian McCaffrey, you can see, is also got some movement. What's going on with him? Let's take a look. I don't think he's on the risers. He's not. We got Kenyon Sadiq. Again, combine Jordan Mason because Aaron Jones is getting released or traded, which means that he right now he's the expected number one. Makes sense, I guess. Cooper Jr. He's being projected maybe even go in the first round by some people, so it makes sense he's rising. I wish I drafted him more when he was in the the 200s, the 180s. Kyler Murray, people are just hyped for him, I guess. I think it's kind of crazy. He just never produces, but he keeps on getting drafted high. I understand it. He's a rushing quarterback, and he's proven that he can do it at times. He's also proven that he can't do it a lot of times as well. And then Bernard, another rookie, can rise up the boards a bit. So those are our ADP risers, and we're going to try to target as many of those as we can. I think some of them more than others. I don't know if I'm in love with again Sadiq, and then Mike Washington's starting to get a little pricey as well. Kyler Murray, a little pricey also, maybe. So that means that Christian McCaffrey must be one of the better values on Underdog as opposed to DraftKings. Okay. There's Genty. That's what I was trying to, the name I was trying to pull. Look at the board here a little bit too. Coming up on our pick here in a bit. We do have Josh Allen as one of the players that we have to target at pick number 30. We're probably not going to take him earlier, although it might make sense to take him right now and try to pair him with DJ Moore. That'd be exciting. We might do it depending on what's available. It's not the worst thing in the world. I do think he's a safe pick. It's just that there's so many other quarterbacks later on that are kind of exciting that are still relatively low. But we'll see what happens here. I prefer not to take Derrick Henry. Glad he was taken. So we could take one of these guys. Um, we're going to take Nico Collins here. I think it could be any of them. I haven't done a ton of drafts yet, so I don't think I've taken Nico at all. CJ Stroud is super late in drafts also, and it's crazy how high the quarterbacks. Oh, we're up again here. Um, we're not going to take Josh Allen. We're going to take Bucky Irving because it's nice to get the running backs early. It seems like so many other running backs are getting pulled up for no reason. And so we're going to take Bucky Irving here. And we're going to do that because it sounds like maybe both their other running backs aren't going to be on the team. Ideally, that means that Bucky's the only like veteran left potentially. And then he does great things. And that's my analysis there on that one. There goes Josh Allen at number 29. I think that's fine. I just think that again, there's QBs later on that we can grab that I'm a fan of, like Lamar, Jane Daniels, Jalen Hurts, some of those rushing quarterbacks. We do have some targets also later on in the draft that we can get based on who we currently have. We have two pass catching running backs, so we can also target those QBs as well. So we got a lot of stuff going on there. Next player based on our ranks is in for a while until Joe Burrow. And we're not going to target him just because we don't have any of the players that go with him. Parker Washington is the next one on the list here. He is going in like the 50s, and we can check that out right now while we're waiting. He's going like in the 50s on um, DraftKings. Yeah, 55 on DraftKings, 71 on Underdog. If you listen to some people out there, for example, Liam Murphy, he thinks that Parker Washington is a fantastic draft pick on Underdog. I also think he actually has him rated better than 55 on DraftKings. I think, not 100% sure, but I think. So he's smarter than me. So I think we definitely target him here in this draft if we can go and grab him later on in the draft. Zay Flowers just went. I liked when Zay Flowers was going later, and you could pair Zay Flowers and Devonta Smith also went. It was nice when these players were going later. I don't know if their ADP's actually risen this high or if they're just pulled up, but you're able to stack these players with um, their quarterbacks later on, which was nice. It's gonna be a little tougher now because then they have to. That's 63, not that actually tough to stack with Lamar, and you could get the stack with Hurts, but you do have to draft him a little earlier because of that. 71. Let's see. So we are in line to try to get Parker Washington on the way back around again. So we're going to try to do that, of course. A Colston left one. Okay. So we already got the Tampa Bay thing going a little bit. We're just going to stick with it right now and take Ibuka. He might be the number one target. And again, stack the team a little bit. I do like Terry McLaurin also because you can try to do the uh the Jaden Daniels thing. So if he comes back, I'll take him. I like Lamar Jackson here too. If he falls all the way back to 48, I like Terry McLaurin more. Terry McLaurin got taken. RJ Harvey was taken too. We are going to go. I just think Lamar's a great value, and we don't know what's going to come back to us yet. Um, we're going to take Lamar, and then, yeah, Jaden Daniels doesn't even get back to that. We're going to take Lamar here, and then Parker Washington ideally is our next pick. By taking a quarterback here, it's one less receiver. That there's one more receiver still on the board, which means there's a better chance that Parker Washington makes it to us if we're trying to draft a little bit back to front type of thing. So not a horrible pick as far as that goes. There's argument that Lamar should probably be more in the third round with Josh Allen, just like last year. But right now he's going in the fifth, and we don't need to stack him with anyone if we don't want to either. So Colston Loveland would have been a fun pick if he would have made it through. Again, I would have liked Terry McLaurin, but it's even hard now to get Jane Daniels here at 71, apparently. He's now going where's he going at 60. Okay, our next pick here is going to be Parker Washington if he makes it to us. Where's Trevor Lawrence is going 82. And there's so many targets that he has, so that's the top. Parker Washington when it's 60. We're not definitely not getting him. Oh well, there's Mike Evans. I like Mike Evans too. So this is where it gets a little tricky. This gets a little tricky just because again, I like these receivers, but I like the idea. I mean, quarterbacks. There goes Jaden Daniels. Jalen Hurts might fall to me, possibly. That being said, I do like the idea of not grabbing a second quarterback early just because of draft capital. Also because I got a bunch of stacking options here if I can find one that works. Where's um, Laporta go? Laporta's going to 94 these days. Okay. I think we're going to just take best available if he falls to us here. Look at that. Kind of ugly. Good. I'm glad other quarterbacks are being taken. I think Ricky Pearsall's a nice DK Metcalf, Ricky Pearsall. There goes all the quarterbacks. DK Metcalf was taken. We're gonna go Ricky Pearsall here. He might be the number one wide receiver on San Francisco, and he's proven in at times that he can do it. He took Michael Wilson, which okay, we're gonna take David Montgomery with our next pick. He's gonna be going up draft boards. He's on our list of players. Let's see. Um, yeah, David Montgomery before his price rises anymore. Not bad. Two from the list. Houston. Okay, and that also is a stack too. I didn't even mean to do it, but stack with Houston there. That's nice also. We have a nice balanced start here. I could have skipped on Jackson. I wouldn't have minded skipping on him. I just feel like these other quarterbacks are getting pulled up so high that there's a lot of value here with, or potential value with this pick right here. Okay, where's DJ Moore going these days? Is he still available? 92. We want DJ Moore also. If he makes it to us at 95, we're definitely taking him. Let's queue him up. Boom. He's not even on our list, but we'll put him on our list if we have to. We also have definitely not taken Stafford. Wan'Dale Robinson at 110. He's a value on Underdog relative to DraftKings. It makes sense why he's a value. He's more of a PPR guy, not a half PPR guy. So you'd expect him to be lower on Underdog relative to DraftKings. We don't have a tight end. DJ Moore just went, darn. Tucker Kraft is nice if he makes it to us. Who are the Bolt? Didn't make it to us. Who are any Ravens available? Mark Andrews at 151. Again, 110 for Wan'Dale Robinson. We're not going to pull him up to 98, though. I can tell you that much. Sam Laporta for another Detroit guy makes a lot of sense if he makes it to us. It is at ADP, which is nice. Brock Purdy, if we want to stack our San Francisco quarterback. 109. So the thing is, if we don't take, for example, Brock Purdy, then there's a chance that we don't end up with a second quarterback. So it kind of makes sense to do that. We are going to take Sam Laporta here, and then we'll evaluate the next pick. Where's George Kittle's going 120 these days. He went Tony Pollard. Chuba is the starter still in Carolina. I think it's tough. I think we're going to take Chuba here just because the ADP value and because we have a lot of open stacks and see what falls to us, if any. If Brock Purdy falls to us, awesome. If Jared Goff falls to us, awesome. If Baker Mayfield falls to us, awesome. If none of them fall to us, we do have CJ Stroud. Oh, CJ Stroud's going now in the 130s, which is, I feel like he's risen up the boards too. There goes Brock Purdy. There goes Jared Goff. Okay. So we're done at running back. I think we're just going to stick with four. And now it's just building out the rest of the team, which we definitely need to do. Baker Mayfield makes his way to us. That would be sweet. He's got a chance. Not a good chance with how quarterbacks are getting drafted these days. The nice thing is that these two guys do have two. There goes Wandale. There goes Baker. So we're not getting Baker either. Kenyon Sadiq is the next player on our list at 128 who's rising up the boards. I'm not super excited about Kenyon Sadiq. We can target Jalen Coker to get another Carolina player, which makes a lot of sense. These other guys are nice as well, just to kind of, well, who knows where Juwan Jennings is going this year. He got taken. Jaden Higgins for the Houston thing, since we do have a couple Houston players as well. I think those are our two best guys. I'm glad that he took Godwin, so I didn't even have to consider it. We're going to take Coker first. We're going to take Higgins second. And then 137, where is that on the board? We're going to hope that CJ Stroud falls just slightly down the draft board, is what we're going to do, assuming he doesn't take Higgins. Okay, he took a QB. It would have been nice if he didn't take a QB, just to keep more there. Okay, Khalil Shakir. We're going to take Jaden Higgins, try to monopolize the Houston thing, hope that CJ Stroud falls down the board. If he doesn't fall down the board, well, we also have Bryce Young there. I also wouldn't mind grabbing any of these guys just as, who knows where they go type of thing. They're probably not going to be stacks just because we don't have many players that would where these quarterbacks would go. Kenyon Sadiq at 126. We do have Tyreek Hill, who's going a lot later on Underdog. Again, another player I'm not going to target, even though he's on my list of players. Just haven't heard anything good. And I think no news we've learned with injuries means probably not good things. Malik Willis just went. You kind of hope these running backs just keep on getting taken so that you're not even tempted by it. Kyler Murray's on our list of players that we've ranked, so we'll put him on our list too. I think we'll put him third here just because of how we do things, or how we the potential stacks we got here. Bryce, these are both kind of slightly scary QBs. They, neither of them could have jobs um, at some point next year, possibly, depending on how they play. But we'll take a stab at them. And it looks like those are the two that we got as an option now because the other ones have all been drafted. Emmett Johnson's falling down the board all the way now to 140. Mike Washington getting up the board to 156. Let's see here. I guess we'll take like Mendoza or Ward if we have to. If we want to do like a three quarterback thing, but ideally we get Stroud and Bryce Young. That'd be pretty sweet if that happens. We do have to dodge two guys, only have one QB. There's Mendoza. I could definitely see this guy here taking Stroud. I hope he doesn't, though. Dodge one more pick here. Come on. Oh, we dodged it. Okay. Lucky. Didn't sweat it at all. Okay, we're taking CJ Stroud with this pick. And then ideally Bryce Young with the next pick. I don't mind Cam Ward though either. I think Cam Ward's more locked in to be a starter for the entire year. Some players you can grab after later on in the draft with him, which are nice. This is nice, actually getting both of them past ADP a little bit. We'll do it. We're happy to do it. I do like a lot of the other players in this range as far as like potential values go. If they made it all the way around, we'd definitely take them. We do need more. We're done at QB now. We got them stacked, which is nice. So if you can get those players stacked and past ADP, I think that's what you want to do with these types of QBs. Let's see, there's Mark Andrews. We definitely should be, not that we should be excited about taking him, but there he is. Here's the next player on our list of targets. It's a running back, and really, for the most part, we're not really targeting running backs at this point in time. We might take one more just to say we got five as opposed to four, but we don't need to. I do think actually the other Carolina running back is exciting here, and Brooks would probably make more sense. Just Carolina's probably not adding. Some of the news has made it seem like Carolina's not adding another running back to compete, which means that ideally it's like Hubbard and Brooks are the ones that can make things happen. Brooks actually is coming up pretty soon here, as you can see. Actually, we'll consider it. If he makes it all the way to 167, we'd have to consider it, I think. Omar Cooper Jr. Again, he's rising up the boards too. He's 162. If we can get Omar Cooper Jr., that'd be amazing. Again, players that are rising up the board hardly going to pass ADP, so it'd be nice if we could do that. That's what I mean by amazing. We can still get the tight ends for Houston and Carolina though too. So we don't want to be too aggressive on tight end right now. Where are they going? We got Tank Dell, Dalton Schultz, Jalen Noel as options. If we want to go, we got Mitchell, Rashad Bateman, really down the draft. There goes Cooper Jr. Yeah, we didn't think we were going to get him. And Carolina, we got Jonathan Brooks, Xavier Legette, super late, and super late too. I think he had like a torn ACL for Sanders, something for Sanders. I'm not sure I can't remember what it is though. Some ugly, let's see. I do think Isaiah likely went. If we can get Jonathan Brooks here, we're going to take him. I think, let's see, he's got 6 wide receivers already. Let's hope he doesn't take his 7th one. We'll go Jonathan Brooks. And then if we can get Pat Bryant or Jerry Jeudy, with the next pick. I think that makes sense. Or we could just take Tank Dell. Not super excited to take Tank Dell. We're going to go Pat Bryant. He could be the number one for Denver. I think Tank Dell is a. I think these are all kind of dangerous picks, but we'll just take Pat Bryant. We already got two Houston guys and a receiver, or three Houston guys, and Tank Dell just one. So we don't need a fourth Houston guy. And we can grab Jalen Noel later on, who's younger and healthier also. Okay, so now we're definitely done at running back. $191 is our next pick. Dalton Schultz sounds like a great pick right there. Hey, look at that. Eli Stowers, 190. So we could go Dalton Schultz and Eli Stowers. When did Andrews go? I don't think we saw him. Yeah, okay, he went way early over here at 158. We did not have a chance at him. Tesla goes. Aaron Jones at 179 seems like a great value. You don't know where he's going to go, but seems like a great value if you ask me. You think wherever he goes, he's going to play a role. Allen doesn't seem like the value that he was a couple weeks ago. Elijah Surratt, I think, is a nice pick also with some upside if he makes it to us. I think Dalton Schultz has to be our number one, though, if we can get him. He just matches up with our team well. These guys both have two tight ends. This guy's only got five wide receivers. So you got to think that Schultz could make it to us. Surratt might not. There's Stowers there if we want to. Oh, snap. There goes Schultz. We're going to go Surratt right here as another wide receiver. I thought we had Schultz in the bag on the team. Oh well. And then it's Hawkinson or Stowers. We're gonna go Stowers because he's on our list. And he's rising up the boards again right now. I like it. TJ Hawkinson, I kind of like this late too. But we'll go Stowers on this one. He could potentially get drafted by any of these teams. So we might have a stack because of it. If Hawkinson fell all the way back around, we'd definitely take him over Jatavian Sanders if he got there. Don't think he will. Who do we have left? We have Bernard left on our list of players. We are definitely taking him with our next, taking him too, right? Put him at the top of the list here. TJ Hawkins just went, as he probably should. Oh, McGowan. Okay. That's crazy. Is his ADP that high? 237. So he got taken much earlier. This is someone that re, a badged player, not that a badge means anything. Red badge. I think that's the better badge. Uh Rookie, legal trouble, making him just struggle. Like I think he went to jail, and so got booted from his big name school and such because of that. Interesting name coming out a little late now, like 24. So a lot of risk, but he could do something because he did have the pedigree. He was one of the highest rated running backs in his high school class, and there were some other big names that went with him. So if I start seeing him go up the board, we definitely have to consider taking him. We just need another tight end and then a bunch of wide receivers is what we need here. One tight end, two wide receivers. So by a bunch, I mean two. What tight ends are left? I think we could just wait till the end of the draft and take Sanders with our last pick. I think he should make it to our last pick, I would imagine. So that means we're going two wide receivers here. I do like the idea of Bernard if he makes it to us. Mooney's Mooney's a nice pick. I do like Mooney, and we got enough Houston guys. Oh, Mooney went. Darn. Okay, we're gonna go Bernard, who is was he rising up the boards or is he a value on this site? I don't remember. We'll have to go look and see. But another one from our list, last one on the list. Okay, we're gonna go Jalen Noel or Rashad Bateman with this last pick, or the last wide receiver pick. I think we're gonna go Rashad Bateman just because we have no wide receivers at all. Or sorry, no Baltimore guys at all. It does give us a Baltimore guy. He had a horrible year, but he might have a better path to targets compared to Jalen Noel. Who knows though? Maybe we could have just taken Bateman and Noel. That would have been okay as well. But Bernard might end up on Baltimore or something like that. Okay. Last pick is Sanders if he makes it to us. If not, we could definitely take someone like um, Chig because we don't know what team he's going to be on. He could be on any of the teams. We'll do that. Put Chig on there as well. Evan Ingram could get cut or something like that. Max Claire's a rookie. We could take another rookie. Or for Justin Jolly's another rookie. So I think we're going to take one of these two. I think Gesicki's always an interesting pick because Burrow seems to like him overall. Walker went the pick right after Bateman. I wonder if I should be taking Walker instead of Bateman. I don't think so, but I should be looking into it probably. Do like the Kirk Cousins pick for like a third QB, especially on a team like this where, hot take, I think he's being overdrafted. I like him. I drafted him a lot last year. Just kind of crazy he's getting drafted where he is. It's like, does he build on last year or does the league catch up on him from last year? There goes Noel. We didn't want him though, based on, you know, us needing a tight end. There goes Trigg, so that's one less tight end we can pick from. There goes Chig. We're down to Jatavian Sanders. I forgot to look up what his injury is. It's a little late for that now, isn't it? Let's take a look. We're on the board. Oh, broken ankle fibula. Oh, we'll take him anyways. We'll see what happens. It wasn't week 17. Let's see. Let's see if there's an injury update on him really quick. Okay, he's expected to recover in time for the 2026 season, is what the AI says. We'll have to look at that more. Okay, let's take a look at what we got here. We did grab a couple people from our list. From our list, we ended up with Jahmyr Gibbs at the top. He's going at the first pick half the time, probably the second pick half the time now. So that's nice. We ended up with David Montgomery from our list. He's rising up boards because of the trade. Uh, People have him kind of like in the same place as Stevenson, so it's nice to get him all the way, essentially a full round later, like at the end of the round versus the beginning of the round type of thing. We had on our list also, who else on the list? I feel like we had another. Stowers. Stowers is one of our tight ends, rookie tight end. So we do have the veteran in Laporta. Ideally, his back is good and he's able to play the whole year and do well. But we have Stowers also. He could end up on any of our teams, and then we have Sanders, who's come back from injury. So kind of a little bit of a risky room, two injured guys and a rookie, but it could do well. And then we end up with Bernard, another rookie wide receiver. I do think we do have an interesting receiver room here. Uh, we got Collins and Egbuka, ideally to kind of carry the room. Egbuka, who should be the number one on the team with Evans expected to be gone. Pearsall, who will hopefully be the number one as well. So we got like sneaky number ones here, right? Like they haven't really proven it all the way yet, but they got a chance to this year. Then we have uh, Coker, Higgins, who are stack partners with our next two picks, Stroud and Young. I think Coker is Carolina likes him. Ideally, he stays as that number two over in Carolina. Pat Bryant, who again could be another sneaky number, or not probably number one, but he was showing what he could do before he got injured with the concussion in the playoff game. Surratt, a rookie who is all the way back at 191. I think that's good value for him. Listening to other people that have done some rookie analysis, they thought he should go a lot higher than this. So, and I haven't read anything that says that he shouldn't. So it's nice to kind of get the value on him. Bernard, another rookie, some people are excited for. Bateman, who matches up with Baltimore, and then Sanders, who matches up with my Carolina thing. So we're stacked. We got some upside and some exciting pieces. We don't have too much capital in one place. If you wanted to argue that we have too much running back capital, I wouldn't disagree with you, but it's not horrible with stopping at 5 and not going to 6. If we want to compare to one other team, we can see there's actually one more team that has 5. Let's see what he did at running back compared to us. So he went 2 in the first 3 also. He then went Scattaboo in the 5th. And we waited until Montgomery in the 7th. So he's even earlier with his first 3. Then he went Coleman in the 11th. So he's which is a little later than Hubbard for our 4th. And then where did he go with his 5th, his last one? We took Brooks. He waited till later with Rodriguez with his last pick. So he did a decent job too with his. Maybe you could even argue maybe a little bit better job in that he waited until the last round for his last running back. Did he get Jayden Daniels on his team? He did not. He went a little earlier with this one though, and then went later with his last one. So I think we both did an okay job. There's actually another one here with 5 running backs. Now that I see it, he went hero running back with Taylor, Tootin, Algier, Dowdle, and then Dylan Sampson. I like what he did too with his 5. You could say, I mean, he could go 6. I'd probably go 6 for him, just considering he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receivers in the first 5 picks. Jennings, DK, Williams. I like those picks. I don't think I would have. Let's see if who does he have Mendoza? Oh, he's got Mendoza. Okay, so it makes sense why he took back. Does he also have? I could see him. The running backs here are just really ugly, so I don't mind him doing that. But I could see him maybe trading out one of these for a running back and going 6 running backs on his team. But 5 isn't bad. Like for example, instead of Kyle Williams, because I don't think he has. He's got like a team stack, but he doesn't have the quarterback for New England. I could see him maybe doing something like another running like a Sean Tucker. That's the 14th. Oh no, sorry, Kyle Williams. So something like a. I don't know if I'd reach up and grab him right there, but again, the running backs here aren't that exciting, which is the problem. So I understand why he went wide receiver instead of running back with those picks. If Brian Robinson Jr. fell to him, that'd be an interesting pick for him. But no, he's good. He is good with the way he did it with the 5-2. So there you go. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel about the players that are moving up draft boards or the players that are values on Underdog. Here's those lists for you one last time. These are the ADP risers right now for the day. That's on 3/5/26. And here are the platform values on Underdog relative to DraftKings. See you on the next one, everyone. Peace.